Time travel, huh? What a wacky concept. What if it was invented and humanity got to play with the universe? Well, we're gonna have to stop you right there because time travel could cause some pretty serious issues with the space-time continuum. Here are 10 paradoxes that could destroy reality if time travel was invented. Number 10. Changing the past, altering the future. This is the classic butterfly effect. If you go back in time and kill Hitler, you just might change the future. Maybe World War II ends in a stalemate and everyone goes home. Or maybe something even worse happens, like an even bigger war later on, World War III, the end of the world as we know it. No one can predict how the future will change when you change the past, and that makes time travel extremely dangerous. Number 9. The bootstrap paradox. Let's say you invent time travel and send your very first time traveler back to the year 1000. They come back with news that in the future, time travel was invented by someone who traveled back in time to 1000 and brought back the technology. Wait, so who invented time travel then? This paradox could break the universe because it creates a timeline where time travel is possible, but no one knows where the technology came from, which means it could never be invented. Number 8. The grandfather paradox. This one's a doozy. Let's say you travel back in time and kill your grandfather before your father was born. That means your father could never exist, which means you could never exist. But if you didn't exist, then you couldn't have traveled back in time to kill your grandfather, which means he would live, which means your father would be born, which means you would exist. You get the idea. This paradox could destroy reality because it creates a timeline where you can never exist. Number 7. The predestination paradox. This is a fun one. Let's say you travel back in time and kill your grandfather, but not before your father is born. You don't change the future at all, but you do create a timeline where your father has a really messed up childhood. Your father grows up, becomes an evil dictator, and conquers the world, all because you went back in time to kill your grandfather, but not before he had your father. So you created a timeline where you were destined to fail. Oops. Number 6. Time travel tourism. Imagine the chaos that would ensue if everyone could travel back in time to see the pyramids being built or Jesus turning water into wine. It would be absolute bedlam. The authorities would have to create time zones where only certain people could travel back in time to certain events. Otherwise, the entire human race could be wiped out in an instant. Number 5. The Tesseract. If you could fold space-time like a piece of paper and travel through it, you could end up in the same place you started. That's great and all, but what if you ran into yourself? Two of you, same exact person standing next to each other in space-time. Do you absorb each other? Do you fight each other? Does one of you get absorbed into the other? What happens? No one knows. And that's scary. Number 4. The Time Eater. Some say the universe began with the Big Bang. But what if the Big Bang was actually a time traveler eating a sandwich? What if the universe is just a giant cosmic burrito and all of space-time is contained within it? If this is true, then traveling to the beginning of time could be like trying to eat a burrito that is infinitely long. In other words, it would be impossible. Number 3. Time dilation. Remember that classic sci-fi movie? The main character travels back in time to save his father, but he accidentally kills him instead. This is a real possibility if time travel is ever invented, because time dilation could mess with your head so badly that you end up doing something terrible without even realizing it. Number 2. Creating an alternate universe. This one's a bit more complicated, but if you were to travel back in time and change something small, like stepping on a butterfly, you could create an alternate universe where everything is slightly different. Let's say you crush that butterfly and it dies. In the alternate universe, the butterfly lives and it mates with another butterfly and lays eggs. More butterflies are born and eventually there's a butterfly plague. People travel from the alternate universe to ours to escape the plague. Now our universe has butterflies everywhere. This could go on forever, creating infinite alternate universes. And finally, number 1, the heat death of the universe. If you traveled to the end of time, you would see everything in the universe die. Stars would go out one by one until every single star in the night sky goes out, leaving you in total darkness as you contemplate the meaninglessness of existence. Then you would die and the universe would end. That's why time travel is dangerous. It could lead to the heat death of the universe. This has been 10 potential paradoxes that could destroy reality if time travel was invented. And remember, don't be a jerk.